there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Ottoman campaign. So it was that during the end turn, the French moved into Hungarian territory. Now, they were no close to actually getting to the Hungarian capital, and as you can see, my force was blocking them. So there was no real danger. However, the Hungarian army sprung into action and attacked the French. Unfortunately for them, the French force is a rather strong one, so it looks to me like it's going to be a race for me to try and race to the rescue of the Hungarians and save them from themselves dying at the hands of the French. With that said, I think we should jump straight into the battle and see if we cannot save the charge bonus 1 point for the Hussars. That's pretty darn crap. Right, let's see if we can't save some Hungarians. There isn't much I can do at the start, because at the start there's only Hungarian troops on the field. However, I thought we would go through and just take a look at some of the Hungarian units. So they have quite a lot of Jaegers that they started with. Then we got these Grenadiers right here. Now, we weren't for the fact that all the Hungarians have this kind of mustache. You would kind of think these were Danish troops. And that is the Grenadiers, and then we've got the Red Line regiments. Every single Hungarian, apparently, at the time, had these... we'll call them Hungarian moustaches right now, because that's... I wonder if the even the general has. Oh, this is the cannon crew. They've also got the Hungarian moustache. They look very Austrian, I must say. And then we've got the Hungarian cavalry. Now they have the traditional kind of hussar mustache the French hussars have. Where's the general? They don't have a general, now when I think about it. The hussar is the general. Right, let's go ahead and start. So the Hungarians... they've got a howitzer in the forest. Great placement, of course. They have a lot of small Jaeger units. They're all over the place. Right, let's see. Oh, we all the way over here. And then more Hungarians. Hungarian dragoons. And more artillery. Right, there's a big mass of French troops. They've woken up. Lots of cavalry, that's my biggest concern. Infantry, I think the Hungarians might be able to hold that for quite a while. Ah, they're going straight for it, aren't they? I'm gonna get my general and some cavalry. We'll move the general as quickly as possible over here. And same with the cavalry, get them as quickly as possible in here. See if we can aid in some way. Right. Oh, they can form square, that's good. Or maybe it's because I'm Ottoman that I'm surprised that people can form square, when in actual fact everyone can form square except the Ottomans. Now let's see if... Ooh, the small Jaeger company is about to get overrun. No, they're... the Cuirassiers, not entirely sure where they're going. The Grenadiers better form line or go into square. They did not hold the line to stay and fire, which is probably not going to work out that well. I do not like to see the Jaegers charging in. They're sending in another line regiment when the Grenadiers are already having problems. These guys come under heavy fire from the French. The Grenadier regiment is about to give up. Right. Light cavalry, hurry. Looks like this one Cuirassier regiment is enough to take out the entire Hungarian army. They have lost a handful of men. The Hungarians are just dragging in everyone. What's unit made it in here? The Dragoons! Okay, so the Dragoons are kind of stopping the entire thing. Rifles over there shot into the back of these guys. Come on, make a bloody line and shoot these guys down. At least these guys are shooting. But it's from a bad angle. And am I gonna throw in my lances? At least I can see a lot of Hungarians actually leaving in decent numbers. Throwing my lances into that is not gonna go too well. What I could do, see if I can bypass everything and try to go for the cannons out there. Oh yeah, they had cannons out there in the forest. We'll go for that. With the Hungarian force being defeated, I need to probably think about... Because I won't be able to get my army up here in time to try and... As I was hoping, to try and save them. Instead, we'll have to make our stand. I guess we don't get much further than here somewhere, around where we actually start. But that's only going to work if we can persuade the French to come to us. And we can only do that if we're able to take out all their cannons. This hill, definitely good place to place my artillery, so we're gonna tell them to march up there. Oh, there were loads of troops hiding in that bloody forest. Light cavalry, move around. See if I can at least hit them. The cavalry is pulling back over there. We've already lost 40 troopers. Oh, it's a very bad gamble. Bavarian cavalry. At least I'll attack them to the point where they will send away so they can't move the cannons. I actually did quite a bit of damage on them. They formed loads of squares, would probably shoot each other. Most of the Hungarian force has been defeated. I'm gonna retreat back and see about setting up my position at the very end here. Very unfortunate, but if the Hungarians had actually heeded my advice and stayed in their capital rather than march out, this would have worked out a lot better. I'm gonna snipe out the French general. We're gonna see about making it for that one. Looks like the French cavalry slightly overextended themselves. Now they're about to come to that square. Finally the Hungarians are actually doing some good. Now with the French general dead as well, we can do some real good. I don't like these. I want to still go for that second battery. And if this battery is back in action, we want to hit that one again. The Bavarians, as I recall, were pretty good. We had problems defeating them before. Well, if you continue to the edge, and you continue he can't cover us both. And he just realized that. And so he's going after the lancers, while the light cavalry is able to go through. Now it's more Bavarians over there. We're gonna head back towards here. French back at the square. My infantry will not advance further than the gully. Attack the artillery. Oh! Just as these guys move away, we're able to charge in here. And we do decent amount of damage to the point where I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to kill off. Yeah, we definitely killed off those two cannons. So the French are out of cannons, meaning they're going to have to advance on me. See about if I can save my cavalry. So it looks like the French are advancing as well, that's good. The Hungarians made line over here. We've got their hussars fighting French heavy cavalry. We got the square is still holding after repeated attack by French heavy cavalry. We have two Jaeger groups. No, it's a howitzer group and a Jaeger. They're about to deploy the cannon over there. What's this? Oh, Allied General. I thought for a second there that my general died, and I was like, how the hell did that happen? See if we can get our troops back. Pretty good overview position. Maybe what I want to do is have them even further like that. We'll put the Sultan's Guard up here. And then we put the kind of Janissary troops up here. Cavalry has arrived. Light cavalry making its way over here. Hungarians are actually fighting back, even though it didn't go that great for them. A general, we can place him behind here. Certainly they will not be able to shoot him there. Now we deal with all that French heavy cavalry. Oh, that was the wrong unit. We'll see about getting some spikes drawn up. Prepare to face the French. The batteries will be deployed. Now the French are across the woods, finding the Hungarians. And it's simply too late to try and march for them. Ah, why did you once again deploy the cannon? Or undeploy the cannon? Should have deployed them. Light cavalry. The veteran Turks. The problem is I have the area is too cramped for my big army. With voltigeurs. I'm gonna send the Sultan's Guard up on this height, which can only be accessed possibly through here, but otherwise it can only be accessed here, which is a great point to hold then. Place stakes all over like a bunch of idiots. Have they actually placed any? No? And the French are closing in rapidly. I don't like this one, so we'll at least tell him to stop. If you could please... Oh, we got one set of stakes there. And it looks like hopefully these will actually... Yes, we've got another set over there. We've got Hungarian troops coming through. Anyone else want to set in the stakes? We'll set all the veteran Turks on the right flank. We'll keep these guys low behind the hill until it's time to reveal them. Okay, another set of stakes. You know what? I think that's it for the stakes for now. No more stake! No more stakes. Interline, ladies and gentlemen. The French are soon to be upon us. Veteran Turks on the right. Here they come. Lancers. Deploy over here. Given that we had so much time to prepare, right, I'm gonna put 2 units up here. But I'm gonna wait until the point that the main lines start fighting and start shooting at each other. Like that. And then the third one will just be a reserve. The Hungarians, why are you standing in the way? You're getting shot in between. Oh, they're actually forming line. That's just causing problems for me. Because now these two, I don't want to shoot my Hungarian allies in the back. I shoot my own men all the time in the back, so why am I caring? But what I'm actually thinking is that the French will melee charge these, kill them. These guys will be ready with full volleys once the French get through. And then I'll release it just here, really close range. Why aren't more of you idiots firing? It's forcing the French back. These guys for some reason formed square. Voltagier Company is dealing quite a bit of damage to us. Even though we're attacking him from multiple directions. The veteran Turks haven't really done anything. I am thinking we'll move through here and we'll come around from the back. The light cavalry and the lancers will follow. We still have an Hungarian unit. It's an artillery unit that would like to join and charge. How is this unit still standing? Keep up the fire, gentlemen. You're not really being able to do much. You'll go into the forest. Cavalry over there. Veteran Turks go through here, come in the forest, surround the French. Wonderful. Hungarian artillerymen overviewing. They're very unlikely allies, the Ottoman Turks.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
They're moving around. And then I've got the cavalry ready to charge down through here, attack this one. Oh, the artillery is actually marching out to fight with the French. Okay, there is where I'll set you. And move into line as quickly as possible. What are the artillery crew doing? They retreat before they actually come into fight. Right, I'll tell my artillery to hold fire. And I do think it's time, high time, that we charged. And we'll tell this part of the front line to hold fire. Actually, this one will continue to fire. And the cavalry will go through them all. I think that might be it, just to send the cavalry through. Having the veteran Turks turn up behind, it's just icing on the cake. These voltigeurs are about to break as well. But so is my unit. My cavalry. Hold fire. And it's the 10th Grenadiers that's the last French unit to give up. And we are victorious, and the Hungarian plane is safe. No thanks to the Hungarian military though. They well, I mean, they did some good delaying action, but their first moves were rather poor, I must say. You can see tons of Hungarian soldiers lining the battlefield here. Where they actually were... Oh, there's even more here. But I guess that's running down retreating troops. Here is where they actually did something. Where they stood against the... where the square stood. Somewhere around here. And... a lot of people died there. And then there was a bit of cavalry fight there. But most of it was just massacre. Right, let's go back to the campaign map. So the combined Allied force comprised of 6,000 men against 3,000 French. I think of the troops of the Allied army, I think mine counts for about 4,000. So about 2,000 of those were Hungarians. Most of them were lost. Surprisingly, 1,000 Frenchmen managed to get out of there. But then again, I think they probably were routed by the Hungarians early on. Highest kills for mine is cavalry, no surprise there. Sultan's Guard, and then not entirely sure. I guess these are the ones that I just called Janissaries. Highest lost also for cavalry. And as it is Hungary's turn, we'll let everyone run their turn and see what we can do after it. As you can see, the Hungarians have lost Vienna, so I could march forward and retake Vienna and create Austria. Or maybe loot it again. How many more thousands could we loot out of it? I don't know. Maybe a lot. So the French move back. Extra Hungarian reinforcements. Oh, more of them died. The Swiss Confederation wants peace. And they demand 27,000 out of my 36,000 for peace. Yet they have done nothing. God. You know what, Swiss? I'll make Swiss cheese out of you yet. With this kind of insult, I should burn your city to the ground as well. You putrid old bastard. Obviously, will disagree. And now it's back to our turn. Army sabotaged. Saduk. Ah, I forgot to check it. Plateways. Morale in battle. Command in battle against European nation. Mujahideen. Mujahideen. Cannons being produced in Grace. So he's actually becoming a pretty good general. The Mujahideen. Enemies of God are right to fear such a man, guided by Osama bin Laden. Right, so there's a French force here, which I definitely could run down with this army, but I've got a sweeter target in mind. We're gonna march directly for Venice. Now, I won't actually make it, but if I leave my cannons behind, then we can. We'll demand the surrender of Venice. Now, I can loot Venice too and get 32,000 gold out of that. I can liberate it, creating the Kingdom of Venice, I guess. Question is, how well would that hold, or I can take it for myself. Should I create another puppet state? Or should I loot? I love me some money. That would do a lot, but I wouldn't be able to hold the region. My question is if I would push forward. Well, I should have a dice. Do I have a dice? The thing is, I mean, the campaign is kind of screwed every way I go. I don't have a dice. The funny thing would be to create a kingdom, wouldn't it? So that's what we're gonna do. And I have plenty of money. Oh, we created Italy. Wouldn't you know? The settlement surrendered to us, and to thank them, we give them freedom. Now, first things first, where is this little shit nation? Why can I not trade with you? Full capacity, he writes, you should only trade with me, you rotten bastard. Oh, it's because they... No, that can't be it. Right, we'll move back to the cannons. Look at that. We created our own Italian puppet state. So here's the French puppet state. And here's our puppet state. Ours is... What is the difference? They're both basically called the same. If we look at the... There's the French one. There's ours. Ours need technology if they are to survive. We'll give them everything we have, and we'll have to give that. Let's see, there we go. What kind of decrepit fool have we put in charge there? Anyways, we've created our own buffer state. What do people think about it? Everyone likes it except the French-Italian state. The Spanish really likes it for some reason. Right, that's really great. That is great. So now we got a buffer state there. The French are pulling back, kinda. That's 2 full stacks. But now I can come at them from below and attack Innsbruck. Rather than attacking this idiot, we should attack here before they're able to reinforce. So the elite army will lay siege. So what do they have? It's a better army than last time. They've got slight reinforcement, light troops, lots of cannons. Still, I think it would be a similarly easy fight for me to take them out. We'll have to draft an Hungarian stimulus packet. First of all, we'll give them some technology. I didn't know that I'd missed giving them these technologies. Then, we'll give them 6... no, that's too much. We'll give them 3,000. That should be enough to fix their economy a little bit. And maybe replenish some of those troops. Let's make sure that we block this bridge. Wonderful. 2 howitzers being recruited for this army. And I've got more troops on the way. Let's see. Yes, 3 troops, that's perfect. We got this made it a full stack. Doing minus a little bit. I am recruiting troops here, and I am recruiting troops in the capital. So we could see if I can sneak this little ship across. See another naval invasion of this area. Right. I'm thinking I'll probably do this one off camera, and for the next video I'm hoping I can jump on to something more. Most likely I'm imagining Milan declaring war on Venice, just because the Italians hate each other, so we'll have to crush them. And then move further to take Piedmont and create our own puppet state there. Before maybe turning, well, probably better turn north and create Bavaria as a puppet state. Because if I lock them, if I lock the French there, then the French can't get past. I guess they can march through here. Through Prussian territory, and then they can march through here. But we'll block them in a way that we hopefully get rid of them for a long time anyways. What we'll do is I'll do this one definitely beforehand and make sure that... The question is if I should claim it for myself. If I claim it for myself, then I can create a trade route through to Venice. If I create it as a puppet state, who knows what will happen. But it will be a lot more fun if I do it as a puppet state. This army needs to be dealt with as well. Which maybe I should have done that first. Because this one actually threatens... You know what? It is better if they actually go and kill off the Hungarians. Then I can recreate the Hungarians. And with the new created Hungarians... No wars, they won't be at war with the nations they were at when they died, so that will actually help them if they get a restart. Which means that their king, or whatever, who's ever in command, probably took that stimulus packet and just headed off to the Bahamas or something. Bastard. Right, I think we'll end it there. So the dream of taking Rome is not yet over. This campaign takes the weirdest twists and turns. But that's maybe why you guys like it so much. With all of that said, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this. And hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.